So for almost 20 years, I've wanted a High Grade Hyaku Shiki that's chrome gold because I was never able to get the original one. And then when the new version came out in 2016, I say new, it was gold plastic. But today I have my version. This is the knockoff of the newer High Grade Hyaku Shiki. And I think I know what it was based off. There were two versions of the Hyaku Shiki as Bandai, of course, and they were even Gundam-based exclusive, so, double the fun. And one was more of a gold chrome like the Master Grade 2.0, that lighter gold. But I've always been a fan of the dark gold ever since I built the Akatsuki back in, was it 2006, 2005? I can't remember, when it came out. And that's what I wanted the Hyaku Shiki, but the original one, long since out of print, I never see it anywhere. I was able to get the High Grade Hyaku Shiki with the Mega Launcher, but it was gold plastic. And even the gold plastic color I didn't like from pictures I saw. And then when the new one came out, I was like, come on, Bandai, just give it to me. But now I got it, and I only paid like $3 on Super Buy, and that's good, because I don't know how much I would have paid if I actually got the official one in this color chrome. I think this is the Bandai one is the gold chrome, gold coating LTD, something like that. This weird abbreviation. I'm not sure what it means. There might be a few pieces I need to glue still. I did glue the forehead. This I can't call it a visor. It's like a crest. That wouldn't stay on. I shaved off the gold plastic that was covering the underside, and it still wasn't enough. So I just put a little bit of glue. Not much. I didn't want to get it anywhere. So it's fine now. Also, if this is all undergated, and I'm assuming that's exactly the way the Bandai one is. I'd hope so, anyways. But because it's all gold on the armor, the joints are still pretty good. Although I wish the knee bit more. But they put that hosing in the back. I guess they couldn't figure it out. Feet don't have extra toe hinge, but they're still pretty articulate, even though they don't have that. And even the wings, they're ball jointed. And the spot here, I figured, because of the extra coating, it would scratch up the paint, but I don't see anything. Man, there's so many I've been touching this thing way too much. Touching it all over. And now there's just fingerprints everywhere. Maybe I should try and get some off. Alright, I try to shine up a bit, but I'm holding it on the backpack because that's one of the few colors that aren't chrome. Hopefully that'll do, but it still looks really good. Now, it's not quite as good as other gold chrome from Bandai. And I'm going to bring in, it's kind of like predecessor, or what would have been if the transformable print had worked on this guy. And I don't think this thing, was it ever made? I don't remember. But yeah, this is the Delta Gundam. And you can see, first, the gold on the knockoff here is a darker gold, just slightly. It's not quite the same hue. It's very, very close. Even the camera might be picking it up. It looks similar on screen, but they're not. And the gold from Bandai is much clearer. It's smoother. You can tell, at least I can tell, there's a little bit of thickening around some of the edges here and there. It's not smooth. Like, I can see reflections. But here it's more, you can kind of see it. There's something there, but it's very smudgy. Very blurry. So I was really hoping, because this was a normal release, and that was 2012, so 4 years before the Hyaku Shiki came out. And this was gold plastic. That really disappointed me so much. Man. But we've also got beam sabers on the back, which are all chrome, and I've clicked them on the back here multiple times, and no scratching. So even though it isn't official, it seems to have good quality chrome that adheres and stays on, at least. And they give you 1/100 beams for the beam sabers, which I've seen it before, but it's not like a regular thing. So it's interesting that Hyaku Shiki would get bigger beams. I don't really know if there's a reason. Maybe there is. I have no idea. You got the beam rifle, which looks fine. Could use a little more color, but I thought it could connect to the backpack because that's what the bazooka can do. Very, also kind of generic looking bazooka, especially when you think about like the R-72's Hyper Bazooka. This one's kind of boring looking, but it's fine. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy schmancy. The suit is fancy enough. But yeah, clips in like that, very nice. I thought this one could do it too. I think maybe it's the Master Grade. I haven't looked at my Master Grade for like years, but I assume it does. You also got the flip out handle, which is being a pain for some reason. So you got that. This is a lot easier to get into the hand. If I was using the one that has the hole, that would probably help, but I wasn't. but you can kind of shove it in there because there's no like little lip or anything. Of course, it's not holding the trigger because it's not an actual trigger finger hand. But that's the way it goes. Now this one you have to actually take apart because it's got the little lip. I mean, you could shave that off if you don't like that little detail, and then you just slide it right into the hand a lot easier. But I'm not going to probably take it out of the hand now that it's in there, so no big deal. Well, that's it for the Hyaku Shiki, because it doesn't have a shield. At least the Delta Gundam has a shield, because it's like the nose cone of the fighter, or Wave Rider mode. And it does look nice. I'm glad I can finally have these two on a shelf together in all the gold chrome glory. Like I said, the knockoff, not perfect, but really, if you had like a couple suits beside, it's really when you have them together. But if you have them a little farther apart on the shelf, I don't think it'd be as noticeable. But you can definitely tell when they're side by side that this guy's not quite up to snuff.